Okay. Yeah, looks like the stream is live both on YouTube and on Twitch. I'll just give it like 10-15 seconds for the thing to load. Meanwhile, I'll go connect social stream just so the chat is not missed. Hopefully it is able to load both the chats quickly. The Twitch chat loads generally without much of a problem, but YouTube chat is the one that takes more time. I should also set up the audio alarm for this. Yeah, that is the noise it should always make when someone messages me a little bit. Not a little bit, but messages me basically. It is past 5, so technically it is an evening stream. Let me just reload this. Yeah, okay. It did appear, it just took a little bit of time. Okay. I literally just showed up and the first immediate message comes from a bot. Great streamer, streaming impressive, keep it up. I'm also a streamer and would love to play with you. Kindly add me on Discord, Sadiq0780. But yeah, what I was trying to do is to complete the biotechnology portion and the international relations portion. Don't know if both of that is possible now, just because how long the lectures are remaining. I think there is 1 hour of biotech portion remaining, and wow, okay, somebody followed. Alina Bertha, I'm not sure if you're a bot. If you're there, my streaming schedule is actually updated on the channel itself now. But so is my Discord. Yeah, I'm 99% sure Alina Bertha sent me an automated message. That's fine. PT365, what is it called? Science and tech. The sad part is you usually think like that's an actual person who's trying to talk, and then you realize it's an automated message. But automated messages are worse than no messages. Or are they? Would you rather see automated messages or just a completely empty chat? Not quite sure why there are two viewers. Sunglighters, are you an actual person? Like, or is that just an automated message? I'm going to do my science and tech stuff now. So, if you're there, it would be nice to hear from you. Okay, Sunglighters is now gone. But I should get back to the class very quickly. This is taking a lot of time. Go to Vision AS. I'm going to show up a little early tomorrow, hopefully by 7 o'clock in the morning, because I have another test to give at 9:30. I'm actually considering skipping the test and just, but no, I think the smarter thing to do would be just take one extra day to complete the PT365 lectures, and instead, is it taking so long today?
The first person who thought of composing for logical significance, but for medical significance, it's a healthcare. Understand about uh, how the first such project in the world which happened was Human Genome Project. That project happened in 1990, completed in 2003. Years to be completed. The first person who thought of complete sequencing, person named Sanger, hence the technique he adopted is sequencing. Going a lot of details, but sequencing is a slow process. Going to take years, forget about days and months, it's going to take years to complete genome sequence. Human Genome Project started in 1990, in 2003, it took more than 3 years for it to know and rectify any type of error. Sequencing was completed in few months, then error rectification went on for many long. Right now, when we do genome sequencing, take days, putting all the error rectification. And hope there is, in future it will take few hours. There are some advanced genome sequencing technique for next generation sequencing, where we divide DNA into fragments, then one DNA fragment which we divide will not be more than 200, 300 base pairs. Then we can read millions of those base pairs simultaneously. This technique is called next generation sequencing. Third, which is called third generation sequencing, called nanopore sequencing. Nanopore sequencing, take a DNA strand, allow them to pass through all pores, dimension of dimension 2 nanometer. Then use of some biosensor mechanism, essentially live ground which base pair has passed through these pores. As this DNA is passing through in a live manner, you are taking and this sequencing is called nanopore sequencing. As of now, there's a lot of errors, so it has not become errors. This is to become the genome sequencing. Complete genome sequencing can be done by nanopore sequencing. Technique which is very popular right now is this next generation sequencing, also called massively DNA sequencing. Why I said that? There is a project called Genome India project. This project was announced by Department of Biotechnology in 2019. goal of this project was Human Genome Project था वहाँ पे there was not a single Indian genome reference data. Genome India project we identified various ethnic groups as many as 4,500. So we selected 10,000 people, two representative of the ethnic genome project. There was not a single Indian genome reference data. In 2019, goal of this project was the Human Genome Project. There was not a single Indian genome reference data. Genome India project we identified various ethnic groups in India. There are as many as 4,000.
Okay, another follower.
So we select
Page 31. Thank you. Again, this seems like an automated message. I got like 3 automated messages today. Visolite, Alina Bertha, and Sodix 0780. All 3 people using automated messages to ask me to add their Discord. Sad, but what can you do? Yes, temporary followers are there. Not useful. But okay, anyway, continue.
Goal of this project was the Human Genome Project. There was not a single Indian genome reference data. Genome India project we identified various ethnic groups in India. There are as many as 4,500 ethnic groups in India. So we selected 10,000 people, two representative of the ethnic diversity of India. We removed the name and personal information about that. And we did complete genome sequence of Indians. All of that data is stored on a supercomputer, which is not very far away from here, in the supercomputer in Haryana. It is called and supercomputer, that information is stored. This project was completed 2 years ago. This project again was in news a few weeks ago. Because now Government of India has allowed this part of open researchers to use this information. There is a simple protocol they have to.
Wow, another bot. 4 bots in a row, just within 20 minutes. Love Money 12, thank you for the follow. 4 bots in half an hour, that's like a new record. It's not even half an hour, like in 12 minutes I got 4 bots.
The goal here is that we want to economic research. We want to understand a particular part of researchers can use this to access this. There is a simple protocol they have to. The goal here is that we want to advance genomic research in India. We want to understand about, let's say, particular population suffers from or is genetically predisposed to certain type of disease. Then we want to know about it, that we can develop treatment options. This is going to help a lot in our healthcare. It is going to help in anthropological study. It's going to help in what you call personalized medicine. Personalized medicine means that trying to develop a medical regime, a treatment regime based on your genetic makeup, rather than using one size fits all. Cancer, एक तरीके का treatment है, ये cancer है, ये treatment option है. You go through that treatment option. Personalized medicine का meaning है that understanding your genetic makeup based on the develop going to work best for you because of the underlying genetic structure. This is the capability of the genome sequence. Not have only applications in this. Remember this probably due to the fact Department of Biotechnology has recently completed Genome India project. All of that data is stored on a super. This Genome India project did for 10,000 Indians. They represented diversity. Remarkable, ambitious project. Topic I mentioned. Epigenetic changes. This is a concept we should know. It is called mutation. You should know about this stuff called mutation. Mention somewhere, I'm very sure. Sometimes changes in your genetic structure can happen. Those changes will happen spontaneously. Those changes will be irreversible. Think about the fact I have inherited all my genes. You all have inherited all of your genes from your three from your father, three from. In my lifetime, my DNA will undergo certain irreversible spontaneous change. Such irreversible change cannot be reversed back. Such irreversible change is called mutation. As I told you, the DNA is your blueprint. Mutation is changing the blueprint. Going to introduce a new property. Property which may be good, property which may be neutral. Use good, bad, and neutral based on of survival and reproduction. Good mutation is those changes that are increasing your chance of survival and reproduction. Bad mutation is decreasing your chance of survival and reproduction. Neutral mutation is doing nothing. Irreversible spontaneous change in your genetic structure. Why does it happen? There are two reasons. It can happen DNA replicates. For the function of DNA was that it make a perfect cell. Irreversible spontaneous change in your genetic structure. Why does it happen? A few reasons. It can happen DNA replicates. I told you earlier for the function of DNA was that it perfect. It does make a perfect copy most of the time. 1 in 1 trillion times, 200 billion times, causes an error. Not 100%, 99.99999. It's a small error. All error essentially is a mutation. If, however, you are exposed to some type of electromagnetic radiation, like you are exposed more to gamma ray, X-ray, even high frequency ultraviolet light, the rate of mutation can increase. Not by mobile phone. Mobile phone radiation cannot. Not by mobile phone, that is radio wave, not by visible light, mutation. But gamma ray, X-ray, ultraviolet light, that. If you are exposed to certain type of chemicals, that can induce mutation. If you are exposed to certain viruses, this can induce mutation. Even if you are not exposed to any of these three things, there is really possible in your life. Even then there can be mutation. If you are exposed to these things more and more chance of mutation. Good, it can be bad. Bad mutations often cause erratic growth of cells, leading to what we call tumor disease, which is called bad mutations often lead to diseases specific. So, first concept here is mutation. Spontaneous irreversible change in the genetic structure. Then there is another type of change which happens. This is called epigenetic change. Epigenetic changes are reversible, temporary. They happen, they can disrupt your genetic expression. Some of the genes can be created more than some of the genes. This is called epigenetic changes. Epigenetic changes are reversible, they are temporary. Happen, they can disrupt your genetic expression. Some of the genes can be activated more than some of the genes can be silenced. And they ideally should have it. Type of changes are called epigenetic change. One of the most famous epigenetic change is DNA methylation, because one of the nitrogenous base, methyl group, CH3, goes and sits on. The molecular structure of the DNA is changing on a regular basis because of addition of a methyl. This is called DNA methylation. This can now switch off a gene. Can switch off a particular gene. May not be able to. It can also lead to various types of diseases, including cancer. And some epigenetic changes lead to dangerous disease. Why mutation happen? Various types of diseases, including cancer. And some epigenetic changes lead to dangerous disease. Why mutation happen? Why epigenetic changes happen? This happens because simple reason is when you become older. You become older, then some of your genetic changes become more and more common. Genetic changes happen when you are mutation happen. Why epigenetic changes happen? This happens for n number of reasons. Simple reason is when you become older. You become older, some of your genetic changes become more and more common. Genetic changes happen when you are suffering from severe stress. Genetic changes happen when you are not sleeping properly. Genetic changes happen when you eat bad. You are eating bad, can lead to epigenetic. So these are temporary changes. Branch of biotechnology to understand how these changes happen and what impact they do. Branch of biology is called epigenetics. One of the biggest difficulty in epigenetics. How do you establish something has happened because of epigenetic change, or is it causing epigenetic change? Epigenetic changes can cause, but those problems are also known to cause epigenetics. This is one of the biggest difficulty in understanding epigenetics. That epigenetic changes happening because of something. We do know these changes can happen because of old age, changes can happen because of stress, based on environmental factors, based on diet also, good sleep, good care of your mental health, all of those things, simple exercises, helps your mental health, they can take care of that epigenetic change. Mutations you can. Mutations, if you're infected with a virus, if you're infected, if you're exposed more to radiation, mutations can. Many of those mutations can be bad mutations. This is not given in the material. I think this is an important topic which has not been discussed recently now. Remember this genetic changes and remember meaning of the word epigenetics. First part of the material is about genes and gene editing. There is a concept given here, site-directed nucleases. Site-directed nucleases includes gene editing. Site-directed nucleases further is divided into site-directed nucleases 1, 2, and G. First part of the material is about genes and gene editing. There is a concept given here, site-directed nucleases. Site-directed nucleases gene editing. Site-directed nucleases further is divided into site-directed nucleases. Use this term particularly for GM cross. I'm going to come to GM cross in a moment. You are using some gene editing technique, ZFN, TALEN, or CRISPR. You are introducing a double-stranded cut. If you allow DNA to repair itself, that type of change is called SDN1. This is considered very risky because you are not essentially something in nature. A mutation can occur during this repair, which happens in nature. You are simply escalating that process. SDN2 to guide that repair by your template DNA. This SDN3 which raises a lot of eyebrow because you are essentially adding a genome from some other living organism, DNA or some other living organism. This is called SDN3. And many countries, for example, many European countries, they do not distinguish between these. European countries do not allow gene crops. They will say that if it is SDN1 to SDN3, going to have the same regulation for all of them. America is more relaxed. America is much more, regulation will be much more free trials, safety trials, dependent safety trials by multiple agencies are required before gene crop will be allowed. SDN1 or SDN, of course, they still as tough as so we use this term, site-directed nucleases, particularly when we are doing gene editing. CRISPR-Cas9, gene editing, genome sequencing. Now we can appreciate this Nobel Prize in medicine, and I'm immediately also going to discuss Nobel Prize in chemistry, which is given somewhere in the material. I'm going to fix that. Nobel Prize in medicine.
Really still hungry. Going to get banana or something to eat. Hold on. Wow, now it's an actual bot. Cheap viewers on streambo.com. Sure. If they are so cheap, just send those over, will you? Do me a favor. So that's 6 bots in less than half an hour. Stream is very popular among the automated message community. So people who show up to the stream are either Indian, or they have severe trouble sleeping, or they are actually bots. I love how bananas are immediately filling for your stomach. It just feels like you ate something very quickly.
This was given to ISRO scientists, Gary Hopper and Victor Ambrose, the discovery of now one more type of RNA molecule. Today's class I already have told you at least 4: messenger RNA, transfer RNA, ribosomal RNA, double-stranded RNA. I'm going to tell you about another RNA molecule, which is called microRNA molecule. MicroRNA molecule, as the name suggests, really is a microRNA molecule. It have hardly 22 nucleotides. 20 nucleotides, not more than that. What this microRNA molecule does in your organs, transcription has occurred, but these microRNA molecules do not allow RNA to translate. Hence, we use a word for it. What is called post-transcriptional gene regulation. Appreciate meaning of this word. Transcription has occurred, RNA molecule has been produced, but this microRNA molecule, hardly 22 nucleotide, does not allow this RNA molecule essentially protein synthesis. This is what is natural function. This natural function is a very important in many different ways. One of that which is cell differentiation does not allow this messenger RNA molecule to translate. It is essentially protein synthesis. This is body's natural function. This natural function plays a very important role in many different ways. One of that which you can appreciate is cell differentiation. सबसे सिंपल आपका जो लिवर सेल है वो में सेम सेट ऑफ डीएनए, हर सेल में सेम सेट ऑफ डीएनए. आपका लंग जो प्रोड्यूस करता है प्रोटीन, लिवर नहीं करता, तो लिवर प्रोटीन प्रोड्यूस करता है नहीं करता. ये जो सेल डिफरेंस molecule has been used. Molecule will not allow that mRNA to. This is one of the most important things RNA molecules do. These microRNA molecules do not code for protein. Not coded RNA molecule, that is RNA. MicroRNA molecules are not coded for protein. Very small. They play a very important role in using a word here, post-transcription regulation. Is the transcription messenger RNA molecule has been produced, but will not be allowed to translate. Hence the word gene regulation. Most important job, as I said, that different cells perform different. Cell differentiation happens because microRNA molecule. Example दे रखा है, ये आपको बिल्कुल याद नहीं रखना. Like मैं प्लॉट कर रहा हूँ तो ये आपको बिल्कुल याद नहीं रखना. This is an example only for awareness purpose. As microRNA molecules are there, please identify microRNA molecule. This is used in pancreatic cells for regulating P02 and then 4 cells, immune system response. So any biological function, living organisms, including human body, RNA molecule plays an important role. So they regulate processes such as development, differentiation, immune response. If they are not functioning properly, that can lead to diseases such as cancer also. This awareness about the function of microRNA molecule allows us to now develop better many types of diseases functional microRNA. This is a very important Nobel Prize. Everybody knew that these two people will receive Nobel Prize. They discovered this, I think, more than 10 years ago. They were doing a research on a worm. Essentially, that worm. There is a worm called C. elegans. They were doing this research on this worm. This is where they discovered that it is a microRNA molecule which plays a very important role post-translation regulation. And then they realized that it is in fact in all living organisms. So this is important role post-translation gene regulation. And then they realized that it is in fact in all living organisms. So this is important. You must know. Any questions here? I'll remember a few things. microRNA, what they are, what do they do? I don't think we need to remember the name here. But you know that Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine book of 2024 for the discovery of microRNA and what they do in living organisms. Please don't remember that. ये मैंने एग्जांपल बस खाली दे रखे हैं. Because RNA molecule का जो definition था वो RNA molecule का expression है. कोई भी molecule को जब हम categorize करते हैं, ये molecule सारे RNA molecule ऐसे नहीं proteins. ये मैंने double stranded RNA बताया. That has similarly, this is we are calling it RNA because अगर हम इसका nucleotide देखें, that nucleotide will have phosphate group, will have that ribose sugar, have one of that nitrogenous base. Function 4 have one of that nitrogenous. There are 22 nucleotides. Similarly, this was clear. Because RNA molecule का definition था, RNA molecule का कोई भी molecule को जब हम categorize करते हैं, RNA molecule सारे RNA molecule ऐसे भी proteins. ये मैंने double stranded RNA बताया. Double stranded RNA. Similarly, this is we are calling it RNA because nucleotide देखें. That nucleotide will have that phosphate group, will have that ribose sugar, have one of that nitrogen base. Function 4 have one of that nitrogen. There are 22 nucleotides. Those 22 nucleotides essentially follow RNA structure. We are calling it RNA because it follows RNA structure. RNA interference. Standard RNA leads to RNA interference. Not same as it is possible to. No, that is as of now we cannot do that. We can make synthetic DNA, yes, but from protein DNA, no, that we can. No, that is, we cannot do that. We can make synthetic DNA, yes, but from protein, DNA, no, that we can. We can make recombinant DNA, we can make certain changes to DNA which we have extracted from living organism. We can make DNA which does not exist in nature, of course, we can do that. But we are not capable of. Remember, protein is encoded. That does not mean that the structure allows you to that you have protein and you allow make a corresponding RNA. RNA का ठीक है that RNA तो आप encode कर सकते हो. A specific protein which RNA molecule will make a work कर सकते हो. People are capable of doing that. And this is what is used in case of mRNA vaccine. But translating that into complete sequence. Also discuss chemistry. Nobel Prize in Chemistry was given to 3 scientists. Half of the prize was given to David Becker. The other half was this has David Becker developed a software called Rosetta. This Rosetta software essentially allows researchers to design a protein on this software, also design that make a protein specific things. So this is a remarkable make a novel protein which does estimate using this software developed by David Becker. Half of the prize was given to him. Other half is very, very interesting. Other half was given to this. Their work is also quite. My last topic. Their work is also quite remarkable. These two scientists essentially very accurately, not 100%, very accurately solve this problem called problem deep learning. गूगल का एक बहुत फेमस डिवीजन है डीप माइंड. Deep mind is a division within Google. Deep mind has multiple tools in the domain of artificial intelligence. 2 years ago, for example, they developed a tool called AlphaGo. Go is a game, strategy game. 2017, Go defeated distracting. They defeated that person continuously. Now, as of now, AI tools developed by DeepMind, they can understand chess and साथ काज करके इंटरव्यू देखना does not play with AI and it was result because like he will draw either it will let it draw he will use the it's a well trained artificial intelligence system. Then DeepMind developed a software this called AlphaFold. You remember this one? AlphaFold. Let's examine. Then DeepMind developed a software is called AlphaFold. You remember this one? AlphaFold. Let's examine. What AlphaFold did very accurately solved a problem in biology. Problem which was available. Solved a problem in biology called protein folding problem. This protein folding problem. I told you that proteins are the most important biomolecules. They perform very different type of function. But all of the proteins are made from a group of molecules or similar molecules. These molecules are called amino acids. Amino acids are H2. One amino acid is NH2. There are many amino acids in nature. Also, very different type of function. All of molecules are made from a group of molecules, more simpler molecules. Molecules are called amino acids. All amino acids will have NH2. There are many amino acids in nature, but for protein, we want 20 of them. These are the 20 amino acids. Not need to explain it. So just one concept. In case of human beings, all of these amino acids which are given here in solid circle, our body is capable of producing itself. You do not need any other living organism. All the amino acids given here in dashed form, those amino acids your body is not capable of producing. For those amino acids, you need to eat rich food, being produced by other living organisms. Your body recovers the amino acid from that. Using that amino acid, it makes. So, think of amino acid as raw material of protein, and this raw material has different varieties. These 20 varieties are required for production. Your body produces 11 of them naturally, but 9 you need outside. Eating protein rich food. 9 amino acids are essential amino. We should know this. The concept related to the topic I am teaching here, but there are 20 amino acids. 11 of them we can produce. We need to consume this from food. What is protein folding problem? How protein is folded? Remember, translation is a very complicated translation. How protein consume this from food? Is protein folding problem? How protein is folded? Remember, translation is a very complicated.
Currently I have 145 dropped frames. I don't know why that is. Basically that would mean I have dropped nearly 2 seconds of video somehow. Okay.
All of the amino acids which are required make a protein. What is protein folding problem? How protein is folded? Remember, translation is a very complicated transcription translation. All of the amino acids which are required make a protein. Ribosome is going to look for them. All of those amino acids will essentially come into a plate. Ribosome is now going to get instruction. You can imagine it's like as a necklace made of balls. Imagine that one pod essentially is one amino acid. All of the pods have come in a linear fashion, planar fashion. One plane, right and left. You have to put a. This is not the final product. Final protein will look something like this. All of this sequencing of amino acid is very complicated. Twist and turn. You will take a very complicated 3D structure. And this process is called protein. Simple linear sequence of amino acid. Very complicated 3D structure. This problem happens in multiple stages. It is called protein folding problem. Things for biologists, traditional biologists. There is a branch of biology where biology and computer science is being. You have been given this initial sequence of amino acid. You are asked to predict the final structure. Whenever a new protein is if you have been given this initial sequence of amino acid, you are asked to predict the final structure of the protein. Whenever a new protein is methods the protein structure. Whenever it is found, not immediately publish it in any public research. There are organizations which actually just not immediately publish it in any public research. There are organizations just competition happens. Competition where researchers all across the world is invited. Will be given, it's like an entrance exam. Will be given, but this is the initial sequence. ये initial sequence देख के आप predict final structure, final 3D structure कैसे चले आ रहा है? No team was able to get an accuracy of more than 30-35. The final structure was 70%, 65% compared to what teams have predicted. Then came Google DeepMind, led by these two people, who made this deep learning tool, called it AlphaFold. They had trained this AlphaFold artificial neural network on many proteins, learned how to pick the structure of the protein by looking at the sequence of amino acids. And then in 19, India, happened. They went with AlphaFold. AlphaFold suddenly had an accuracy of 90. There was a jump from back to global. Google recently announced AlphaFold 3. Even link of Rosetta software here also. There are tutorials here, you can learn Rosetta software. Also given AlphaFold server link. AlphaFold server पे भी आपको बहुत सारे tutorial है how you can use it. Google recently announced AlphaFold 3. AlphaFold 3 is supposed to solve protein folding problem 99%. This is remarkable because the final structure of the protein determines if we can predict this from sequence of amino acids, we can make novel proteins, make new proteins, things which can be used for medical medicine, maybe as antibodies to fight. This is determines if we can predict this from sequence of amino acids, we can make novel proteins, we can make new proteins, things which can be used for as medicine, as antibodies to fight. This is the chemistry of this year. Important. Few examples I will remember. Remember that proteins are made from amino acids. And remember that in case of human beings, they cannot produce all 20 amino acids, they only produce 7. Need 9 more from outside. That is essential amino. I will remember that amino acids when they come in a sequence, not the final structure of the protein, twists and turns in the structure processes for you. Then I will remember the last point. This is a deep mind region of Google, not artificial neural network, AlphaFold, which very correctly dictate the final structure of the protein by looking at the initial sequence. Remember these things for prelims examination. If topic you are used by, you think that some question will be asked. Then today's class, topic of biotechnology and health. Next class. And then, if time permits, we'll also discuss some other smaller topics about developments with physics or nanotechnology. Those topics will not be covered. See you guys tomorrow. There's some other smaller topics now.
Okay.
With physics or nanotechnology or defense technology. Those topics will not be covered.
Major biotechnology portion is now over. At least this class is ended. Na? That's good. So if I can finish class 3, now it would be just excellent. So I was at India, Russia. That's I would say 1 hour 40 minutes of class that is left. It's not too much to do. It's still doable. If I start at, let's say, 7, I will be done by 8:40. That is assuming I don't do dinner or anything like that. So that's a little bit unrealistic, but almost I should be able to finish it. Let's see how close I can get. Yeah, okay. I'm just throw away the banana peel so I don't slip on it. I'll be back and continue with the international relations portion. So, international relations, 1.5 hours of class, maybe a little bit more, I should be done with. One, two, three, four, five, 5 bots in one stream. That's something else, huh? No, no, not science and tech. Come on. I was trying to do international relations. Hopefully, it will complete quick as well. So, I would say I'm at least close to my goal. Completing. Meanwhile, I should check what happened to my order. Why is it not here yet? It's a exercise band, pull-up band if anybody's interested. It's supposed to come in the evening today. Package has been at the final delivery station for a while now. I don't know what's wrong with it. Okay, that's what happens when you put the phone. You always have the phone with you, you know. It distracts you. That is, you get distracted by it more accurately. But yeah, whereas I was doing Russia, then China, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Maldives, Russia, 49 page number. This is where I was. I'll try to complete that portion quickly. Yeah, I should just continue quickly.
Rest of rated by 9 degree channel, 10 degree Andaman Islands, or 8 degree, 9 degree. Now, India, Russia, Prime Minister visited July 2024 for the 22nd India Russia Annual Summit. Now, this was very important. Bilateral Annual Summit. The year 2001, we are from the year 2000 onwards, we have had regular annual summits with India and Russia. Regular annual summit. Again, Russia-Ukraine war. These summits were suspended. The last summit 2020. Yes, and recently the summit was held in 2024. Because after Russia first annual summit, for this traveled to Russia. ये एक तो पहला after first summit Russia-Ukraine war. The Indian just South Asian on their first foreign official. Yeah, India में भी tradition है. A newly elected prime minister first foreign visit is any South Asian nation. South Asia में local tradition है. Showcasing the importance that attaches. Both then a ground space first. Yes, and you find military cooperation है. Joint production of BrahMos plus assault.
Kalashnikov also.
Russia has approved the sale of BrahMos missiles to काफी strategically important है. The Russian war has limitless partnership with China. They have entered into no limits partnership, which does go to partner comprehensive strategic partnership for मेरा वो काफी उनका गहरा relation हो गया. Now India is concerned by the growing closeness between Russia and China. However, BrahMos missile is jointly developed by India and Russia. Russia agreeing that BrahMos missile will to Southeast Asian country has dispute South China. Philippines BrahMos missile खरीद किसने करा है? Balance China. Russia's strong partnership with China. Russia has agreed to sell BrahMos missile balance China. That means Russia has not surrendered. It is willing to balance the right. क्योंकि रशिया का नहीं कहता है कि world. Yes, they are against hegemony of US or China. किसी का भी hegemony नहीं चाहते. Just like India, they also believe in multipolar. Then Russia supplies India platforms like Triumph missile, S-400 air defense. Russia had approved draft reciprocal logistics with India. It would enable logistics for President base. जो हम बहुत S-400 air defense such as yes, Russia had approved the draft reciprocal.
Got the parcel. Just give me like 2 minutes. I will be back. Nearly 7 o'clock. I have to be faster than this. I just switch on the video and continue. me just check what exactly that specific frigate they're trying to.
Range of logistics with it would enable access to logistics और facilitate each other's ways. जो हम बहुत देशों के साथ starting with US, हमने US के साथ कौन सा साइन किया?
Becca.
लिमो logistics exchange memorandum of agreement way back in 2016. Since we have signed with Japan, South Korea, we signed, and now we have also signed. The draft is approved हो गया, we are working. Yes. हाँ. और अभी तक हमने जो लॉजिस्टिक साइन किए हैं कंट्रीज, यूएस फ्रांस के साथ भी साइन किया, यूएस जापान साउथ कोरिया, क्या इंडिया द एम इज टू बैलेंस चाइना. It would enable India access what both India and Russia access at each other's multilaterally. दोनों प्रेजेंट हैं UN BRICS. In fact, India SCO का member. Russia was insisting that India becomes. Geopolitically, Russia ranks fourth among all India's at. एक किस country? रशिया जो फोर्थ बन गया है हमारा ऑयल इंपोर्ट्स के लिए. रशिया did not figure in top 10. Yes, bilateral trade $5 billion for it. Connectivity में INST कॉरिडोर हम डेवलप कर रहे हैं. नॉर्थ सी चेन्नई व्लादिवोस्टॉक मैरीटाइम ईस्टर्न मैरीटाइम कॉरिडोर. I will also provide maybe they are very important. तो अच्छे से अंडरलाइन करो. नेशनल नॉर्थ साउथ ट्रांसपोर्ट कॉरिडोर, INST, the northern sea route and Chennai Vladivostok ईस्टर्न मैरीटाइम कॉरिडोर, तीनों बहुत बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है. यस, हमारा आई वाज जस्ट टेलिंग यू कि हमारे ट्रेड रिलेशंस रशिया के साथ ट्रेड अभी क्यों, बिकॉज वी आर इम्पोर्टिंग ऑयल, लार्ज वॉल्यूम ऑफ ऑयल दैट वी आर इम्पोर्टिंग. हम 2% ऑफ इंडियाज एनर्जी रिक्वायरमेंट्स या ऑयल रिक्वायरमेंट्स वर इम्पोर्टेड रशिया, और आज के दिन 40% इंडियाज ऑयल रिक्वायरमेंट इज. तो बहुत ज़्यादा सब्सटेंशियल ऑयल इम्पोर्ट. हमारे ट्रेड रिलेशन at around $10 billion. What is the reason? क्या कहते हैं दोस्त कंट्री हमारा रिलेशन है ना, every child is India's best friend. जब बेस्ट फ्रेंड रशिया है ट्रेड क्यों नहीं? क्योंकि हाँ, क्योंकि डिस्टेंस इज द फैक्ट है ना. हमारा कॉम्प्रोमाइज था ट्रेडिशनल रूट आया द सुएज कैनाल, द मेडिटेरेनियन, 40 days फॉर ट्रेड बिटवीन इंडिया एंड, और उसी की जगह रशिया अगर यूरोप के साथ चाइना. Yes, of course they prefer trading with China and Europe. Now we are trying to develop alternative. INST corridor बहुत पहले से हम corridor पहला agreement हुआ था इंडिया रशिया, बाद से 10 और कंट्रीज को ज्वाइन कर लिया. बुल्गारिया is one of the observer and we are working at its as parts उसके ऑपरेशनल ऑपरेशन. और उसका रीजन क्या है, INST कॉरिडोर क्यों नहीं डेवलप हो? सैंक्शंस ऑन ईरान 2014 से सैंक्शन रशिया एंड 2003 बाद से सैंक्शंस ऑन यस have stopped the progress of. ठीक है, अभी उसका प्रोजेक्ट हैज इम्प्रूव्ड बाय व्हाई, बिकॉज़ US हैज इम्प्रूव्ड on both Russia and Iran. Now Russia and Iran are coming. They are working to make this alternative trade route. काफी कुछ alternative route पे. There is a revival, a rapprochement of Russia. Approach.
Yeah, I will look up the problems later. Just continue on.
Russia-Iran relations has made divided. A lot of emphasis on alternative routes जैसे चार को भी INST से लिंक करने INST का ओरिजिनल रूट क्या है connects the Mumbai port yes to Bandar Abbas yes you want to write it down do you all know am I going fast for you find that links Mumbai to Bandar Abbas port is closer to Hormuz Strait होगा ना Mumbai port to Bandar Abbas and then via Iran reach Caspian via Iran it would reach Caspian Baku Azerbaijan का है का क्लास अगर याद है Azerbaijan shares border so you have a Baku one of the node cities and then it will take trade to this route will go to Moscow from Moscow it will period अभी है
Baltic Sea.
ये बाल्टिक कंट्रीज के बगल में है ना नियर दैट यू हैव सेंट पीटर फाइंड दैट दिस इज मुंबई टू बंदर अब्बास फ्रॉम अब्बास वाया इरान वाया कैस्पियन on the north they reach Moscow St. Peter yes then there is Northern Sea yes what is this Northern Sea basically because of global warming the Arctic is melting yes and if you can think of Russia is located in the southern hemisphere longitude it borders the Arctic yes with global warming the Arctic ices there is a possibility that Arctic used connectivity अभी अगर रशिया एग्जाम्पल रशिया के ईस्टर्न पोर्शन रशिया क्योंकि एशिया में है साइबेरियन रीजन व्लादिवोस्टॉक पोर्ट है वहां से वांट टू ट्रेड वेस्टर्न यूरोप से इसको ट्रेड करना जर्मनी से देन
Lots and lots of bots. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think 5, 6 bots in like 20 minutes. The stream usually has 3 kinds of people. Either there are insomniacs or Indians or bots. I think another person in the morning showed up and said he had severe trouble sleeping. Okay. Meanwhile, I did go to the yoga class, managed to be exactly on time, a little bit late, but somehow. No, he was telling me it makes sense that the yoga poses are going to be a little bit painful because when you are just sitting, you don't feel the pain usually. When you are later on, when you are relaxing, that's when you feel the pain because the positions where you generally feel relaxed are not good for your body. Like you can sit in a slouch for a while and you don't feel like it's a bad thing, but once you get up, you feel that pain. Ah, that's just it's very difficult to focus on anything else when your dog is sick. Or that happened as a kid. I'm guessing you didn't sleep well then, or did you?
Arctic trade yes
Oh, I was hoping you were sleeping because you weren't there in the morning, right? Morning for me, that is. Early night for you, yeah.
Canada, Alaska, also Russia, global warming.
I can't think of what is happening to the poor dog. I would say something in the diet, but probably not if he's acting that weird. Yeah, I think you're probably looking for a physician, right? Physicist is the guy who studies physics. If you have seen Big Bang Theory, the guys, main characters in it are physicists. Or are you actually, do you actually have an appointment with a physicist? That would be cool. Yeah, that's a physician. For you or for the dog? Oh, like a physiotherapist. Like the guys who work on muscles and such, like your movement and all those things. And that's a physiotherapist. Oh, that's 4 words now. So, psychiatrist. Yeah. Physicist, physiotherapist, physician, and a psychiatrist. Nice. Yeah, I understood what you meant. Finally. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Regarding just feeling down or something else? Anxiety and such, yeah. I'll just show you something. Oh, all right. So you already on the meds, then a good psychiatrist could probably confirm that for you. Oh, you took them from psychiatrists, right, or just from some general people? But who is they? No, yeah, I understand that. I'm just saying, how did you get the meds in the first place? Like, you went to an actual psychiatrist or from somewhere else?
Very, very yes. I will just when Russia we are
Yeah, basically, you went to a psychiatrist and he prescribed you some medication, and now you want a second opinion to confirm that those are actually good for you or those are working for you and such, right? I'm actually just worried that you just took some medicine from on someone's advice. Because in India, that happens a lot. People just suggest each other medicine and just start taking it. Yeah, that sounds good. The same doctor, same psychiatrist, or someone, a new one this time.
Russia the Ural Mountain Zarabari yes Mount Zarabari के नीचे है population Azerbaijan Mount Elbrus Volga rivers very very it's the deepest oldest
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I thought you were just visiting your old one just to check, or whether you're taking a opinion from someone else. And she's new, you get a fresh start, I guess. Somewhat because she has your records, but still. Yeah, that's something that would really need advice of a professional there. The worst part about medicine like this is, first of you don't know if it's making a difference. That happens with my father as well. He had some heart medication going and he thinks it's just not making a difference because he always feels fine, a little sleepy, but overall fine. And he says, what's the point of this medication? I'm fine.
You can see
Yeah, we have to fight him every time, once every few months, just to keep taking the medication. Because the problem is, doctors are saying he shouldn't be able to walk a lot, but he walks like 4 or 5 kilometers just fine. Like he doesn't even start breathing hard. It's like the doctors are just lying at this point. Yeah. And the funny part is, several of the doctors are actually just related to us by family. They are close relatives, so they have no reason to lie either. And they are saying it's just a miracle that he's just walking like there is no problem in his heart. I guess that's a good thing. I mean, to be fair, he really, it has been decades since he has exercised very, very regularly. So I guess that's paying off a lot for him.
you have the have yes, go wherever Golkar
Even with the things I am currently doing, let's just say yoga or even meditations that I do in the morning, breathing exercise and meditation, I can't really tell if that's making the difference. But I see some positive changes, and I'm not sure if it's because of the medicine or sorry, the meditation, or is it just general state of mind is improving.
Golkar
Like, what topic is it about?
claims the Russian Western Russian longest river of Golkar. Kazan longest river of Bharat goes Golkar. River is sponsor. Ufa is in Pakistan.
Oh, you needed Google to explain it. Oh, okay. Have you seen Predestination? It's, I wouldn't say similar, but it kind of reminds me of that. He's a time traveling agent basically. A very uh, inexplicable movie basically. Good ending theme at least. Soundtrack is good. Basically, it explores a time travel paradox. By the way, I watched the Thunderbolt trailer recently. Trailer is actually good. More accurately, the soundtrack is good. Trailer didn't really interest me, but funny part is it was an unskippable ad for me. I just had to watch the trailer before starting the video. Meanwhile, I got the result of the test I gave last weekend. The result is much better than I expected because I felt like I had not revised at all. All right.
Will run parents find data and by quality of parent peace time as well as after on other demo logistics basic news depends on India US 2005, India has a trade surplus of around 20. US is 1.2. US defense there was to have growing ecosystem.
Was it good or just average?
Partnership geopolitical dispute.
I see.
Taiwan has as I told you, but still not under.
Yeah, as I was saying, by the way, the trailer for Thunderbolts is good. That is, music is good. They have got a good tone, but I'm just not interested in Thunderbolts that much. Even in the comics, they were not all that interesting. No, I liked the music, not the trailer so much. When it comes to Marvel or DC, I'm a very much A team kind of guy. I don't follow the smaller teams or characters so much. Unless it's like Animal Man or someone like that. Then I like those. Like I was half interested in watching Sentry, but the trailer didn't interest me so much. Yeah, it's just Why are they introducing him at this low of a stage? Like Sentry has enough bad showings in the comics as it is. If you're introducing him as a Thunderbolt villain, he's probably not going to be good. I actually didn't read the recent series they have written for Sentry. Last I remember, he had the Death Seed, then he just vanished somewhere, Sixitar's body, and then there is a unique series that is solo series, and that I didn't read. Don't know what he's up to. Haven't read the comics in years now. Yeah, but the description is pointless if he's going to lose to Thunderbolts, which he has to, given it's for one, it's their movie, and for another, otherwise, it's just all over, right?
Basically, just in trouble for China. Like, you already the convergence and US would be. Yes, are you
He's one of those characters I never liked debating for. I would just tell people what the, let's just say, what is expected to be, some of his good showings, and that's it, because arguing about him is just a headache.
all challenge of science?
Yeah, forget. Yeah, not even in movies, even in comics, most of them don't show their full potential, especially when there are teams involved, right?
Hansa. About
Yeah. I'll be back in about 15 minutes. It's time to have dinner. Parents are waiting for me, and I'm also very hungry. It is later than usual today. Yeah. Beating him, yes. There's Franklin Richards, Legion. I think Legion already has a show or something, right? I missed it. Or was it just a solo series, like a comic series? Yeah, again, didn't watch it. There are just too many shows to keep up with now. Anyway, I will be back in about 15 minutes just to have dinner. When is your appointment today? Yeah, this is what I will be eating. Again, rice for 2 days straight, but this one is. Uh, Alright, so I will be back very quickly. This is what I'll be having. If you're interested, again, it's rice, but good rice still. A bit plain compared to yesterday's. This is easier to eat, easier on the stomach. All right, see ya. Just no, I was just giving example of one more character who is strong but not really showing his full potential. All right, almost 20 minutes. We do have very short time today, unfortunately, because I will try to sleep early again. Give another full length test tomorrow. Hopefully, I can maintain the good scores till the exam. Yeah, I think I forgot to switch on the camera. Real Shilachi, is that how you say your name? Welcome to the stream. What's up? Yeah, I am. Are you Indian as well? Thank you for the follow. So, what brings you to Twitch?
Austin,
Yeah, ignore if you hear someone speaking in the background. I'm just watching a class while I talk to some people on Twitch.
purchasing S. Rush. He had got an exam. S. US comprises Alaska, states to be and it is
Agoni's Wrath, are you there?
acronym and Mojave Desert. Mojave Desert.
Real Shilachi, did you just come in, say hello, and follow? That's it. I was hoping you would say something.
It is California. Right down. Next is and you. You want to take a yes, it's next is India. Yes, so collaboration, and now what created into multilateral collaboration model is fundamental UK. Coordinate
Australia, Japan, and USA.
or you as far as all have have a conserve
Benelux countries. I don't know why they're called Benelux. It would be easier to call them Nebelux, right?
for Belgium,
From north to south. Benelux does sound cooler than Nebelux.
Belgium, Australia, its national defense
So going ahead, I guess the
yes,
main possible question is like this: technology security initiative can be a question because it was actually asked in one of the quizzes, and then these can be an Ajay warrior, Cobra warrior, Konkan. These are military exercises. Which country? Answer is UK. Capital is London. 4 countries. Yeah, England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland. England, North. Okay. Land boundary is Ireland in the west. That's it. Mountain ranges, that is Pennines. Pennines are here. Apennines are somewhere in the south. That's it. These are the major ranges. Now we go to Australia.
sign for the part
I guess one of the simpler questions can be which of the following consider has given India the status of top tier security partner. and that is Australia. USA gives a similar status, that is major non-NATO ally. That's not currently given to India, but India does have a lot of exemptions. Other than that, yeah, Australia relations. Yeah, Australia and India.
Okay. Australia and India. Indo-Pacific. Therefore, after UAE, first government 10 years. It is ugly. Only area of population, nuclear population remaining.
Yeah, I have to go and take that call quickly. It's going to cause problems otherwise. Yeah, I came in and I had to go again. It's just a very busy day today. Friday. Tomorrow I also have an exam. Hopefully it goes a little bit, not even little bit. If it goes as well as the previous one did, I would be happy. So meanwhile, let me continue with India, Australia.
G20. They will happen of island country Pacific Island Ravi is some another Pacific On the side. Here, it global create India, Africa, South Asia, Southeast Asia, South Asia, via India.
Oh, it's 8:41. Didn't quite expect that. I guess I should complete India Japan and go to sleep.
Also, this come to launch open Indo-Pacific large with India's IT Aksa way back in the year 2001. There is a key issue that Japan on atomic non talks about lunar exploration, ISRO and JAXA, basically Japan's space exploration. Whereas Japan overseas Japan is Delhi Metro by with the islands. Yeah,
Shikoku and Kyushu.
Japan allies Western
Yeah, I think that takes care of Japan. Now there is only Southeast Asia left. I can finish off Southeast Asia and the rest of the class tomorrow. It's time to make the daily roundup video and go to sleep now, just so that I can wake up earlier tomorrow. Yeah, nothing much more to say. It has been a little slow day, but overall it has been fine. I did finish the, yeah, just 1 minute. Yeah, so I should go and make the video on the roundup. What did I do the whole day? I did finish science and tech class. I did finish almost all of the international relations class. Gave the quiz, did yoga. I guess that's all. It's not much. It doesn't look like a very productive day, but I guess that's good to just keep the ball rolling. It's a ball rolling day for today. Okay, fine. I'll make the video now, and that's it. Good night. Take care. See you soon. If anybody's there in the chat, you can say hello or good night, whichever one you prefer. We did have a new follower today, Real Shilachi. I don't know what that means, but seems to be Indian. He showed up, followed. Thanks for that. Oni's Vrat seems to have gone somewhere. I hope if you're in the chat, I hope your psychiatrist appointment goes well. It's not a physiologist, it's not a physicist, it's not a physiotherapist, none of them. It's a psychiatrist, and I hope it goes well for you. I wanted to talk about just general things people can do, especially people like Agonis Vats can do for basically improving fitness a little bit. It doesn't have to be like a game-changing thing, but a little bit helps. Every little bit helps in the long run. Yeah, I think that's it. I should switch off the stream and make the video quickly and go to sleep, because tomorrow I'm giving another full-length exam. That's it. See you then.